My name is Jason. I've been a Web3 developer since 2017. And I came across Saga actually, I think about a month ago. And I think the first thing I did was contact James from the Saga team and just to sort of introduce me to like what Saga is and how to get started. And actually, I was pleasantly surprised to see that Saga is actually it's a great infrastructure for like creating your own blockchain space. And so that got me thinking. And basically, I came up with the idea for Delta, which we can go through a little later. But yeah, my experience with Saga has been terribly, terribly great.
Can you talk about what other blockchains you've used and how you compare what Saga offers to rollups as a service and things like that?
Basically, dabbled around with most of the major blockchains, so like Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism, and the bunch of other ones. Basically, I think what compares both of them is the fact that you cannot create your own blockchain space, right? Saga is basically infrastructure that allows you to create your own Ethereum, create your own Polygon, for example, right? And gives you the ability to create your own blockchain space. Just that. You don't get to do that on Ethereum or any other network. So
what are the benefits of doing that? Why would you, as a developer or other developers, find that useful or valuable to have your own blockchain?
Many things actually, because I think when you're when you're playing around with the network, so say Ethereum, for example, you're restricted to a lot of features that Ethereum provides, and so like for example, you can't have your own native token, and so for example, and this is very specifically for games. Basically, if you're creating your own game, you would not want to use like Ethereum or Polygon or a network like that. You basically want to create your own blockchain space, and which allows you to basically control every aspect of the game that you're building or the application that you're building.
What in particular might game developers want in having their own block space? Like, why would a game developer in particular find that useful or valuable?
Yeah, I think it has to do a lot with customizability. So definitely I think the very first thing off the bat is the fact that you can customize your native token. You can customize a lot of those details. That might be particularly helpful, when you're creating your own game. But I think basically you can do a lot of customizability. I think that's key.
How long did it take you to launch your Cassiopeia chain?
It actually took me less than 5 minutes. So it was super cool. You just basically had to like go on the docs, download the Saga CLI tool, and just basically just run one single CLI command. So it took me less than 5 minutes to set it up, but a little longer, maybe another 5 minutes to actually get the Explorer and the JSON RPCs working. But basically just less than 10 minutes if for a rough figure.
How much time and money in going to market with your own chain do you think something like Saga saves you?
A lot actually, because see, I don't have much experience with, let's say, other products that do something similar to Saga, that you can create your own block space. But I think definitely if I was a game developer and I was like seriously building a product, I think it Saga would definitely help me save a lot of time and money. I can't quantify that because I don't have any personal experience with that, but um, I think a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money.
What is your message to other developers and game developers considering blockchain infrastructure now that you've tried Saga Cassiopeia?
Oh, I definitely recommend them to Saga. I mean, this is nothing. None of my experiences with Saga has told me otherwise. Basically, um, it's powerful, it's quick, it's fast. It's fast, and one of the killer features of Saga, it takes less than I think the average. I guess you could say a validation time is less than 4 seconds. Compare that to Ethereum, which is like 30 seconds or sometimes even 1 minute. So definitely I'd recommend a lot of developers to come to Saga, launch their own chain, test out their app, and even go production ready with that.
Can you talk a little bit about what Delta is and how you came up with the idea?
Sure. So Delta actually is a DeFi product, which is surprising because for the Saga Multiverse Hackathon, which I participated in, it had a large focus on games, particularly, but I wanted to sort of build a DeFi product and really test it out. Just somehow go against the norm, if that is. Basically, Saga enabled me to do that because the own dedicated block space that you get is EVM compatible. So technically, you can launch any like any dApp that can be built facility. You can basically launch it on Saga, right? So Delta is a lending and borrowing protocol that basically offers like two different types of pools. So existing lending and borrowing protocols such as Aave or Compound only offer like one specific pool, which is a permissionless pool. Basically, anyone can lend and borrow in. Where Delta shines is the fact that we have two different types of pools. One is the permissionless pool, which is similar, and we also have the permissioned or the KYC pool, which basically is just KYC restricted. People have to submit some sort of KYC to get access to those types of pools. And the reasoning behind that is we sort of want to attract institutional clients, and the only way they're going to be doing that is through if their users are going to go under some sort of KYC. So that's generally a high level overview of Delta.
What are the advantages of something like Saga for a DeFi application?
A lot actually. So I mentioned like the particular customizability options for games. I think Saga really shines for like all different types of applications, including DeFi. I like to think of this as like a smart contract interacting with like other smart contracts. And so basically, the idea is that you can launch any DeFi product, even any Web3 product on Delta. Oh, sorry, on Saga, and like Delta, and basically you can have it interact with other protocols that exist either on your chainlet or like other chainlets as well. So that's pretty cool.
How's it been like working with the Saga team?
Oh, super cool. Actually, my first interaction with the Saga team was through James. Basically, super helpful, super fun. Even though we chat on a call, I'd be happy to like meet them in person, and I'm sure they'd be the same.
Well, thanks for taking the time for speaking with us and really appreciate your input.
Sure. Thanks very much, Rex, for having me on.